So something happened to my blackberries. It's not good. It's not good at all. I know what it is now, but it ain't good. So as you know, I'm growing blackberries in not just containers, but in earth boxes this year. If you look back there, I've got the blue tubs. Those are all blackberries in wicking tubs, and I have done those for like 6 years. So proved the concept, and lots of people have followed me on that and are doing it also themselves. These look good. Most of them look good. I'm already pruning. These got it to about 4 feet tall, and I've pruned them, and they're starting to lateral. This one is starting to lateral there. And this one has, boy, really starting to lateral. Got one down there, got two up here. Hope that focuses for you. Pretty good. But all these look good, except one. And that is that one. Now, before I tell you what happened, I want you to try to guess what happened. Write down in the comments. I think it is such and such. Haven't watched the whole video, but I think it is such and such. And then I'll tell you what happened. Show you first that I have got some. Now these are first year plants, and speaking of laterals, I pinched that one off, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laterals right there at the top where I pinched it off. So they're doing well. Most of them are doing great. Look at that cluster of blackberries on a brand spanking new plant. These were planted in February, 1 gallon pot, so they were a year old. They weren't just propagated, but a year old in a pot. I've got that cluster. I've got that cluster down there. I tell you what, they're going crazy in these earth boxes. I fertilize. If you didn't see it, let me tell you what I did with earth boxes. You fertilize when you plant one time for the season, not necessarily for the year, but for the season. And golly, I got something going on down there. I'll show you in just a second. Which means for most things, tomatoes, peppers, things like that, it's the growing season for that plant, which is going to be 3-4 months. Most everything peters out and dies in July and August. But for blackberries, obviously, these are going to be in here for years and years. So assuming everything works well. Again, this is an experiment. The earth boxes is an experiment. I have proven that blackberries in containers work great, but earth boxes is brand new for me. I did it one time before for a couple of years, and they worked great. And so anyway, I think I proved the concept that they worked, that they grew well for 2 years. But we're gonna start off a little bit more, with a bunch of them here. And but look what I just found, and probably not the only one, but the one I'm seeing. There is a cane coming up, just like that gum in your yard. Now they're gonna go out 4 or 5 feet, and they're gonna get out in your walkway where you mow and everything. That's why I do containers. That and the dadgum gophers that got me. But the plant is right there. Got one plant in each one of these. It came over here 1.5 feet and decided to prop up. It wanted to go another 3 or 4 feet probably, but it hit a wall right here, and that is a good looking start to a cane. So it's gonna be, may have to move this over to, I don't know, I don't want to break it off, but I don't want to move it over too late. I want to try to get it inside this cage if I can. And if I can't, I'll just tie it to the cage as it goes up with my little tape tying tool. So anyway, by and large, this one's about ready to pinch off. It's about 3.5 feet tall. And when I say pinch off, I just take off that very, very top right there. Just pinch it off with my fingers and take it off just like I did right there. Just pinched it off. And now the cane gets thicker. The lateraling starts, And that's where you make the most of your blackberries is on the laterals. Now, when the first year canes come up, a lot of them will produce on the terminal ends, which is the very tip end. In other words, this is a terminal end, and you'll get a lot of production on the terminal ends. Once I see that it's not going to produce on the terminal ends, like that's a brand new. I mean, that's a this year's cane. That's a primocane, and this is a primocane variety. But once I see it's not going to produce on a terminal cane, which usually they'll do short, like that one's about 3 feet tall, that one's about 2.5 feet tall. But this one doesn't look like it's going to. It may start blooming and work. This one did not. Didn't terminate with a cluster of blooms and berries. But once I see that's not going to happen, then I'll let it grow. Well, I'm going to let it grow anyway till I want to prune it. And in this case, it's going to be about 4 feet. And so that's what I'll do. When this grows up about another 6 inches, I'll tip it off. But the ones that prune, the ones that grow blackberries on the terminal ends here, I'll leave them alone. Of course, the blackberries will come and go, and they'll get picked and eaten and die. And at that point, the cane probably won't die. Sometimes they do. But typically they don't. Brand new cane, and it just produces like it's supposed to. A primocane produces on the first year. So, but it will also produce on the second year. So I will come in here probably after I harvest all those, and it's probably not going to grow any taller. So I'll go ahead and prune it back beneath the berries there, and it'll start lateraling, and this whole thing will be full of blackberry leaves and vines and such. I have no doubt. So that's what they look like, and I've got a big one over here. I mean, that's a big old berry right there. But this one here, let's get back to this one here. What happened here? Well, as you can see, I hope you can see and know, I've got drip irrigation on all my on all my tubs, on all my earth boxes. And I noticed this one the leaves starting to curl just a little bit. I've come in here quite a bit and pinched off some of these crunchy leaves and just taken kind of the burnt part off of it. They didn't get too much fertilizer. They ran out of water. I have told y'all in the past to make sure you check your irrigation at least once a week to make sure every little spigot, every little emitter is running. And when I saw the plant start to look poorly, I turned the water on and I came over here and it was not coming out. I let this thing get dry. My fault, my bad. But I let that thing get dry. It's gonna come back. In fact, it's already doing well. It's not gonna catch up with the other ones, I don't think, at least not this year. And I've already tied some of them with my tape tying machine. But these leaves were, they'll start to curl. The leaves will start to curl. That tells you right there that they need water. And that's the only, if there's a drawback to growing in containers, earth boxes, wicking tubs like those or like those, that's a wicking tub. If there's a drawback to it, the only one I have found is it's like a little baby. You have got to give whatever it's going to get, you have got to give it. If it's going to get water, you got to give it water. If it rains, they'll get some, because it'll trickle down the leaves, it'll come down the canes, and it'll go into the box. I have my boxes rounded like this, rounded with mulch. So some of it runs off like a shingled roof or a thatched roof. So I don't think they get that much rain, and we haven't had any. I mean, just in the last couple of weeks it started to rain again. Been very dry, but just keep in mind, if you're in a drought, in a dry spell, you have got to water your dadgum containers, whether they be peppers or cucumbers, tomatoes, whatever they are. you're going to have to water them because they can't get down in that dirt. And it's a closed system. They can't get down in the dirt and find the minerals, the nutrients, the water, whatever they need. And that is the result if you don't water them like you should. And it's not the first time I've done this. This is the second time I've done it. First time was in the winter when they're relatively dormant. But we had a winter, last winter, that just, we didn't hardly get any rain. And it hurt the berries. Even though they were dormant, I can tell it hurt them somewhat. So make sure, especially if you're in containers, even if you're not, if you're in a drought situation, you need to water at least once a week, deeply water once a week, if not twice, 2 or 3 times. I water at least 3 times a week. They may not need it. It may overflow out the bottom like it's supposed to, but I water at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But even on the off days, I'll usually come in here because the tomatoes need it. Tomatoes, making them big old juicy tomatoes, they need to water just about every day. I could get away with doing every other day, but you know, doesn't hurt to give them a little bit more. It's going to run out. You can't overwater when you're in these types of containers. A wicking type container, which is what an earth box is. It's just like a wicking tub. In fact, it's the first wicking tub, and then they've come out with cheaper alternatives, and that's those there that you build yourself, and they are cheaper than an earth box. But anyway, just wanted to show you my little old sad plant here. My own dang fault. But the rest of them, dadgum, they're going gangbusters. They look so nice. And just happy, happy, happy. I've just got one that's not so happy. A little bit sad. So anyway, but that's what it is. They didn't get the water they needed. It's a crunchy, crunchy leaf. It's a crunchy leaf. And it's my fault. And I take all the responsibility and blame for this, and telling you so you don't have to go through this. Water your stuff, fertilize your stuff, water your stuff. If it's in containers, it's got to have, you're daddy and mama. And you've got to give it everything it needs. And I didn't on this particular plant. I wasn't watching, I wasn't checking my emitters to see if I had anything stopped up. And I did, and I paid for it with this. It'll catch up next year maybe. I mean, it didn't hurt it. It just hurt it this year. And it hurt the way it looks. That looks pretty sad. Pretty sad. But we'll get over it. She'll get over it too. And I think everybody will. I hope so. All right, I think that's it. The rest of them look mighty, mighty good. And we're gone.